Oh yeah, and just a heads up, the whatchamacallit there, Broforce,
Yeah.
that's gone forever for the most part. I like miss. There's like a window of like 5 days that you can like.
You never posted it.
Yeah, like
Oh, I gotcha.
I miss the window to like archive it. They keep it for like 5 days. That's on me.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm a jerk.
I forgot all about that now that you mention it.
Yeah, you're like, oh, you are an asshole.
Now that you mention it.
Yeah, now you're like, what the fuck, dude? Um, and as always, we are brought to you by Kingston RAM and
Yeah,
solid
King.
state drives.
Mm-hmm. They helped us out. So this week we're playing some Trials Fusion,
You never
courtesy
posted it.
of the
Yeah,
Ubisoft.
I gotcha.
I missed the
No.
window to like. Why are you not muted? Sorry, my end.
Oh,
It for some reason it just randomly decided like, hey, you know it's a great idea. Let's not have this
get,
stream muted.
getting the audio right.
Yeah, yeah. No, who needs audio?
All right, so this is Trials Fusion. Just came out like a couple of weeks ago, I think.
Yeah. It is not as good as your last Trials game.
The original one,
Uh, no, not Trials One.
or Trials HD, or
Well, Trials HD is Trials Two.
oh,
So, I actually, Nick, who occasionally writes for the site, I got really drunk one like the first night that you gave this to me like 2 weeks ago,
yeah.
and did a stream on it. And he's like, "Oh, this is like a poor man's Joe Danger, right?" And I'm like, "No, Trials has been out way before Joe Danger."
Oh, right,
And
yeah.
he's like, "What, like a couple of months or something?" And I'm like, "No, like
No,
the original Trials came out in like 2000." And he's like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like this has been a thing for always, kind of."
hmm.
Um,
So why isn't Trials Fusion?
as
I
good.
guess yeah, as good then.
So, I mean, you'll see that I'm sort of like dying a lot here.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit. But
Um,
that's what this game is all about.
well, this is sort of the first time that I've gotten to a spot that I die a lot.
Can you go in reverse a little bit and then?
Oh no, I was doing it right. I just
Oh, there you go.
that's the thing is like that kind of gets me about some Trials games is that I'll do it. You're not necessarily doing it wrong. It's just not the right. The
You got to be spot on sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny because like I definitely went back and played some Trials 2
Hmm.
and like stuff I found really hard in Trials 2 after playing a bunch of Evolution. I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Trials Evolution.
Yeah.
Which one was Trials Evolution? Was that Trials?
Technically Trials 3.
Okay. So then, how many trials there's? So there was the original Trials, Trials HD.
I mean, Trials
Tri-
1 from what I understand had a ton of expansion packs.
was okay, but it was just called like Trials or something.
Yeah, it was just called Trials.
Okay.
This is not like this, but this is technically a real world sport called Trials.
Hmm.
You take a bike or occasionally a car, and you're like, I'm gonna drive this up a giant fucking hill for
Yeah.
no apparent for no reason, no
Hmm.
reason whatsoever. And people do it, and like there are actually like world rankings in it.
Hmm.
It's a real thing. People take it.
So was Trials HD then? That was just like the original Trials, just
Trials
put on
HD is
XBLA.
actually Trials 2, which came out on the
Oh,
PC. Uh,
and it was just called Trials 2.
it was just called Trials 2 HD.
Oh, okay.
Like that when that came out, I thought it was called Tri. Who knows? They might have just like not called it that for to avoid brand confusion or
Yeah,
something.
I've known there was a couple of Trials games. I didn't think that there was this many though.
Hmm.
I'm behind on my Trials knowledge.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of those things that people judge you pretty harshly on if you're not up to snuff
Yeah,
on.
well, I mean, this game is, people get crazy about this game. You know,
More evolution in Trials, the second one. I don't necessarily know that people are going to be getting crazy about this one. Like, a lot of the difficulties that I was facing in that are kind of almost classic Trials, if you will.
so so Trials Fusion here like isn't as hard as previous Trials, or is it
Well,
harder? Is that why?
I, I, I ha- my complaint is that there is a pacing problem with it.
Oh,
Is that it like you? I will start the game and I mean, there were a couple of times that it seriously felt like I was just like not letting off the gas and barely changing my balance at all.
hmm,
Which, that those are the two controls you have in this game.
yeah.
And it seriously felt like I was doing perfectly fine.
Yeah, I mean, I've never actually played like a full version of Trials. I played the demos and stuff on Xbox Live, and I actually played the Trials Fusion demo a few days, or when it first launched on Xbox Live a couple weeks ago now. And it's like I get it. I understand why you know people like this game, and there's like like the hardcore like fan base about it. They want to get the fastest times and things like that. And
Yeah,
like
it's
I
all about your
totally
friends list and basically being like
friends list and getting a higher rank on the leaderboards and just trying to get that
and
picture perfect
telling your
run.
friends to go fuck themselves and
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's a big badge of honor if you got a high rank on the leaderboards, because it's such a challenging game and you have to be so perfect. And this is one of those games where it's like, oh, just one more, just one more. I know I can do it. I know I can do it. And if you persevere, that's where the reward is. Just trying over and over and over again.
yeah.
But for me personally, it's like this game, it would drive me insane, because like I would want to get the fastest time, or I wouldn't care at all, and I would just like want to get through the level. It'd be like one extreme or the other. Uh, I don't know. I think like Trials, to me, I always kind of viewed it as like the modern day Excite Bike.
Sort of. You're you're in no way wrong.
Yeah, it's not. It's I guess if Excite Bike like evolved, because you can make your own stage in the original Excite Bike, and I mean obviously that game was a little bit more racing with multiple players. Not that the game was multiplayer, but there was other racers that you had to race against in real time, not just
Yeah.
like a ghost or getting a fastest time. But um, it's kind of I've always kind of viewed it like that, and not that that's a bad thing or a good thing. It's just I think it's just a nice evolution to see how far these racing games have come.
Yeah.
And like even when I was playing the demo, I was like, man, this is this is a hard game. I mean, I think this is like one of those games like even after playing for a few hours, like you still won't get it. You still like there's still like a little bit of luck involved, because it's such pixel perfect touchy controls that, but that's what makes it so rewarding. I mean, that's what the challenge is, but that's what,
Yeah.
because if you're just off by like a little bit, if you don't like, you got a perfect landing there, but could that have been a better landing? Yeah, you could have gotten a few more points out of that, and that's really where the leaderboards are so competitive in this game, because just 1 point or one fraction of a second is such a big deal.
I love that called that a perfect landing and I was upside down.
So Trials Fusion, I mean, it's going to be different than the other Trials games, because it's obviously outdoors now. You get a much more
And they've
extravagant.
always been outdoors for the most part.
Wasn't it? And this is where my ignorance comes into play, but I think it was just Trials HD, where it was just like in like the warehouse, like barn setting.
Yes, that one was inside. Trials, the other one, um, Trials Evolution, was
Oh,
almost exclusively outside.
What's that was awesome. Where was Trials Evolution? What was that on PC only?
Uh, Everything. It's on
Oh,
everything.
oh, okay.
Um, yeah, it's I don't know. Like I said, I just kind of get annoyed that it. I
Can you make your own levels? Your own.
Yeah,
You can
there
make.
is a level editor in this one, so it is
Yeah,
going more and more excite bikey, if you will.
yeah.
But it's like the first. I see what they're trying to do. Like the first couple levels, you can gold easy. It's not that big of a deal. Um,
Yeah.
but
You,
like,
you do have to ease in a game like this.
well, my problem is that like what I want of a trials is to be like cursing and pissed and like on like legitimately unable to finish a level. And I've kind of as of yet gotten that experience.
Hmm.
Like, and I'm
So,
kind
so it's too easy.
yeah, which is like weird to complain about a game, but it's like it would be like Dark's like sitting there and being like, dude, you made Dark Souls easy. You've missed the fucking point of Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Like, that's not like I don't come here to play like, DuckTales. Like, I love DuckTales for what it is, but
Hmm.
I don't want that experience. I show up, um, you know, what the fuck? I didn't get a gold for that? Yeah, like, there you go. And I need 94 medals. And right now I'm at 85, so I need 9 more medals, and it's just kind of
Yeah.
like I don't really know where I can squeeze a bunch of them out.
Yeah.
Um,
That's that's always been kind of a progress challenge. Like not all the levels are opened up, but you have to do really good on the other ones to unlock
yeah.
more. Guitar Hero 3 style, go to Guitar Hero 2 style, instead of just here's everything at once. Just go have fun. If you get stuck, you can come back to it.
Well, and the thing is, it's like it's not even that I'm not completing these levels or doing well on these levels, because like, a, like I think I have silver on everything. On like every single challenge in like almost every challenge in the game, I have at least silver on,
Hmm.
and it's literally just like, yeah, you need 9 more medals before you can unlock the next challenge, and it's like I've like silver is it's basic like a lot of the time silver the difference between silver and gold medals on stuff is how is not even necessarily the time. It's just like gold you can't have faulted at all,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's like some of the stuff is just getting crazy now too, that it's like, oh, you faulted, so or you we don't like your time, so
Or you
like,
didn't land perfectly.
yeah, like I don't like the points run. Like, I don't understand why that's in a trials game. It just that doesn't seem to fucking fit.
Hmm.
Um, and like I'd understand if they were saying shit like, you don't have enough medals to go on to the next challenge because you've just gone through and bronzed everything.
Yeah.
Like, fine, whatever. I could accept that, but it's like I have a couple bronzes here. I guess I could try and work on. Um,
Is there anything else besides making your own track and just like time trial? Is there?
well, they're not really time trials. It's a lot of especially the later stuff is skill trials.
Yeah.
And like normally it's like bronze is you get bronze. Bronze is finish. It's basically finish the track.
Yeah.
Um, Silver is like finish it a little faster and try to have less faults. So
Hmm.
like try to like restart less.
And gold is probably perfect then, huh?
And you can't fault at all. And normally there's like a little bit of a time thing on it.
Oh, okay. So if basically if you get a gold, I mean, you really got to earn that. You really got to earn a gold.
It doesn't. It like the weird thing is, it doesn't always feel that way.
Hmm.
Like there have definitely been times that I've ended up getting a gold on my first run through, and I've never experienced that before in a Trials game.
And this game probably has a lot of levels to it as well, huh?
Um, I think so, but like this is also like they sold a season pass with this game.
Oh, well, of course. Well, you know what? This game's only what, $20? I think it's
Um,
$20.
I think so, but still, like none of the other trials like had a
Yeah.
season. Like the first one had expansions and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but none of them were like, oh well, I don't know. I think people are taking advantage of season passes for the most part,
Yeah,
mainly because like,
that's why they make them.
yeah, well, like a lot of the time they'll just say like, yeah, we're going to release like two content pack updates,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like, what does a content pack update mean? Like, does that mean more out? Like, for instance, I'm not a huge fan of the points stuff, or like they've always done like these weird skill game things.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Wasn't there one was like push a soccer ball or something?
Yeah, in like the last one, there was like this weird thing that is like fly a UFO.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a completely different set of controls than the rest of the
Mm-hmm.
game. So
Mm-hmm.
they're always interesting kind of challenges, but now it the way that everything's set up, it sort of feels like they're almost expecting you to place really well on those to continue, and it's like, uh these are skills that I'm never going to use in the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, learning how my character, how to make my character fly farther after he bails off his bike.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not knowledge I need.
Okay. Well, I guess at the same time, if you're buying a DLC pack, I mean, you probably have played the game, a million times. You probably have a lot of golds. You're probably a pro by now. You have to do
Yeah,
something different.
but in the same instance, like, I feel like every DLC should just be like,
Oh, you
if
almost had it.
yeah, if you want me to have like, if you want me to buy your season pass, you need to tell me what's in said season pass.
Hmm.
Like, I'm not just going to buy, I'm not just going to give you, like, I think it's $20 too, which kind of sucks because it's like, hey, you want to rebuy Trials? And it's like, you're
Yeah.
offering this the day it comes out. And you're offering this the day it comes out, and then you're asking me to rebuy the game the day it comes
Yeah.
out.
It's
Bitch is the man who got the game for free.
yeah, you could and that's how a lot of season passes are and DLC packs is, there'll be something, right on launch day or like, a week after launch. But then if you're patient, if you wait enough, there will be a Steam sale. There's going to be a sale on
Yeah.
Xbox Live.
The Ubisoft store you play.
Boy, yeah, this is kind of the exception, but
I still think it was pretty funny when you gave me the code for this. Oh, wait, no, this is an official stream. Never mind.
I was like, oh yeah, that's right. This is Uplay. This is Ubisoft.
Yeah, and it's there. I forget what the team that makes this is, but they've done,
Was it Red Links or something?
yeah, Red Links, and they've done, I'm pretty sure, all of the Trials games.
Yeah, I think so. I
Well,
think yeah, that's what they're known for.
and it's one of those things that like, I don't know, it's weird. Like people say, "Oh, they've done all of those games," and every time someone says that now, I just want to be like, kind of the way that like Infinity Ward has done all of the Call of Duty
Yeah,
games, like,
is that supposed to be like a knock against them, or is that
yeah, like I don't know, like,
it's what they're known
is
for?
it even the same studio? Like,
Yeah.
is it the same team though? Because like the
Oh,
people who did the Call of Duty games that you actually like are doing Titanfall now, and
yeah.
like,
Same thing like with harmonics, Guitar Hero to Rock Band, and although there's always going to be a transition.
yeah. Well, it's well, and you heard what happened to poor Neversoft, right?
Didn't they get bought out or something? What was that?
So Neversoft, who did Tony Hawk forever, and then they
Yeah,
got uh, co-opted into doing Guitar Hero,
yeah.
and they were like, yeah, whatever, like Guitar Hero, Tony Hawk, like we'll give it the old college try, sure. And they were kind of like sports about it. Well, they they are now they've been absorbed into Infinity Ward.
Oh, that's yes, I did read that.
And it's just like, how fucked up is that?
Well,
That it's like you go from like being, like making the game that everyone knows and fucking loves to,
well, I mean, Call of Duty now has got that's a
but they're
friggin'
not even they're not
annual
even their
release.
own studio. They're literally Infinity Ward.
Yeah, it's all just a dollars game.
Yeah, it's depressed. Like the business of video games makes me sad.
Yeah, there can be some shady antics going on
There are some shady antics,
all the time.
and it's like one of those things that it's like the more that you like learn about it, the more it's kind of like, yeah, like no one really like
And what
has
are
the.
they going to do about it? I mean, it's still Call of Duty. It's still going to sell a bajillion copies.
Well,
You
it's
know,
actually been selling substantially less in the
well,
past.
sure, less and less, but it still sells a lot. People are there's still going to be a midnight launch, and people are still going to want to play it and buy it day one. It's all a dollars game.
I think that's going to be really. I think the next Call of Duty Ghost supposedly sold like shit.
Yeah, I didn't even play Ghosts.
No, like from what I understand, like the only people that actually ended up buying Ghost were
Launch buyers, people that bought an
yeah,
Xbox One.
basically the people who were like super hardcore into Call of Duty, or who were like, well, I have this PS3 I need to do something with, or
Hmm.
PS4, sorry.
PS4 or an Xbox.
Yeah, and I don't exactly know what else to buy. I guess there's a Call of Duty out.
Yeah, well, that's what
Infamous
happens.
has been delayed
That
until
and so
question
is
mark.
Watch Dogs.
Yeah, Watch Dogs is like later this month,
Yeah, it's another Ubisoft game.
which I'm really looking forward to Watch Dogs. Well, I'm tentative about Watch Dogs. It's a new IP.
I know. I mean, that's what they said about Assassin's Creed and stuff. But then look at that franchise now.
Well, my entire theory within Assassin's Creed is that I hated the first Assassin's Creed, but I always flat out said, it's a great proof of concept. Like you
Yeah,
look at Assassin's Creed 1 and you can literally just go, I can I can see what they're going for here.
yeah.
Like,
And it hasn't really changed a whole lot. I mean, I've played through every Assassin's Creed game except the latest one in the Caribbean, and they're
I also have not played through that one.
yeah. I've played through all the other ones, even the Liberation HD and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's basically the same game. And that's another that's Assassin's Creed is going to be another annual franchise. I mean, Ubisoft team has just grown, you know,
Well, it's one of those things that it's
big
like
time over the last couple of years.
It's like EA. Like saying something was from EA in the 80s used to mean something. It
Not anymore.
well, I don't mean to like slam them by any means, but it like they're a publisher. Like
Yeah,
they really have no say or control over. They have some control, but like like they don't have their hands in all of those proverbial pies
yeah.
anymore.
They're still Madden, 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 FIFA, FIFA, FIFA. They're like, oh wait, you guys want a new Mirror's Edge? No, the one creative game that we actually
Well, that wasn't
developed.
even them. That was like I think that was the people who did what should we call it there?
Yeah, but
Battlefield, wasn't it?
I can't remember who the developer was, but I mean, the point is like they're just it's the same thing every damn year. Just oh, here's another Madden game, here's another sports game, and then the few creative games that they get like Dead Space or Mirror's Edge, it's like, well, what fans kind of are looking for. Like, well, no, we're just gonna stick with our cash crop of Madden here.
Well, and they kind of ended up shitting all over fucking Dead Space.
Yeah, yeah, that maybe that's a conversation. But yeah, I've heard the last Dead Space wasn't that good. So even I mean, that's a bad example. But so what else? You said that you've been playing the new Mario Golf
Yep,
on
I the new Mario Golf
3DS.
yeah, on 3DS. It's fuck Bowser. Like fuck him so hard.
There's no like RPG elements like there was in like the Game Boy Color and the Game Boy Advance versions, was there?
Like your equipment boosts your stats. It's kind of like Hot Shots in that regard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But there's not like an actual like
There's no like
overhead map
putt
that you're
stat
walking
or
around.
something. There is an overhead map, but it only takes you between the two places, basically.
Oh, so it's not like the other games. The
It
other
Not really.
Yeah. That's kind of
Um,
why I like the Mario Tennises and the Mario Golfs of the Game Boy Color and the
I
Game
got
Boy
the Mario
Advance.
Tennis because I'm like, yeah, I'd love an RPG, and it's a lot of it's just like upgrade your equipment. And the thing that sucks though is they're all random unlocks,
Hmm.
and the way that it's done, it just kind of feels like, you know, oh well, this shit will unlock because we expect you to play this game forever.
Yeah, well, even that game, the latest Mario Golf has a season pass. There's like three DLC packs that they announced.
Yeah,
You get
and
a new character, a new course.
they're like, oh, and you also get Gold Mario.
Oh yeah, if you buy all, yeah, I saw
And
that
it's like
trailer.
I'm like looking, and it's like his special power is every time he hits the ball, he gets coins. And I'm like, you are never like I don't know. Maybe
So
later.
basically, if you buy that, you're just going to be able to unlock like all the stuff from the store because you're just going to get a million coins each time you
Well,
play.
that's the thing though. Is like you unlock one new thing every time you play. Like every time you do a round of golf, you unlock something.
Yeah, which
But
is good.
the way that the like you get like 500 gold every time you like play a round of golf, between 500 and 1,000, depending on like how long it is and like how like the various like how long the round was, where you placed, that kind of shit. And then there's like sometimes there'll be like coins on the course or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but it's
Is it worth like the $40 or the
it's
35
30.
bucks? Oh, it's 30.
Yeah, so it is a little cheaper. It's worth 30. It's My recommendation would probably be to buy it
Did,
as download.
did you didn't play the latest Mario Tennis, did you on
Yeah, yeah,
3DS?
I own it.
Oh, you did. Yeah, I bought that game and I traded it in. I didn't like the Mario Tennis, but the Mario Golf seems to be from the trailers and stuff that I've seen. I'm more excited about the Mario Golf than the Mario Tennis game.
Yeah. Um, it's better.
Yeah.
It is way better, and it's only $30, so it's not bad.
And it's like, what else is Camelot doing these days? I mean, they just, they're
Yeah.
just making the Mario sports games again. They're not making any more Golden Suns.
Oh, poor Golden Sun. I miss Golden Sun.
Yeah, I still haven't played. I bought the DS version, haven't played it
You're
yet.
not missing anything. It's literally like it's weird because it was like, yeah, we're their kids. Remember when we had really good times? Oh, we
Uh,
fucked stuff up.
I've been playing the new Yoshi's Island.
Oh yeah,
I don't like it.
yeah. You
It's
you've been complaining about it like for the
like
last like 2 weeks. Like you were on
yeah, like
vacation and you're
I'm
like
pissed. I'm pissed because like I
you
wanted
were on
to.
you were. Well, I can understand why you're pissed because you're like going on vacation. Can't wait to play Yoshi's Island.
Yeah,
And
I
then
was gonna
it's
play.
like you get
Oh man,
like the entire time you're like fucking hate the new Yoshi's Island.
yeah, it's not. It's like they took everything fun about Yoshi's Island and kind of like removed it, and they're just like, well, Yoshi's Island was good because it had Mario on your back, and that's a fun gimmick, right? Let's keep going with that. And they just kind of like the level design is more frustrating than fun.
Was that
Even
why that
like
game was fun? I never
e-
liked that game.
I really liked the original Super Nintendo Yoshi's Island. I thought it was a great platformer. But this 3DS new Yoshi's Island, it's like the music. It's not bad, but it's nowhere near the high quality that it was on Super Nintendo, and it's much harder and tedious now to collect everything. So you're supposed to get all the red coins. You're supposed to get the flowers. You're supposed to finish every level with 30 seconds of time.
What?
And it's just a lot harder to do.
Just
Um,
random shit is just harder.
and it says that the stream's offline. Oh, there it goes. It was
Is
like cutting. It's like cutting in and out.
is it still or?
It said it's loading now. It just completely cut out. I was getting the spinny of death. Oh, there it goes. We're back.
All right, yeah. Looks like it's back.
So yeah. Anyway, Yoshi's Island. I want to play it a little bit more. I'll write a review, but it's nowhere near as good. It's better than like Yoshi's Story on N64. I thought that game was a
What was Yoshi's
piece
story?
piece of garbage where you just got to like collect fruit. It was awful on N64.
I don't even remember that.
There was like a really annoying opening song too. Oh man, that was a bad game, but yeah, not as good as the original Super Nintendo version.
Well, I mean, I guess like I'm damn near the end of the fucking game. There's like two more things, but it
Yeah.
they like didn't get hard until just recently. Like really fucking recently is when it got hard.
So how many levels you think are in here? Like what? There's like
Like
10 on this page.
yeah, like between eight and
Couple.
about
So there's like
eight per thing, and I'd say there's like eight places to unlock, so about
yeah. So
60-ish, I'd say.
so a few dozen,
Yeah. Um.
which is a lot.
Yeah.
I mean
It's nothing.
that's hours of playtime,
Yeah. And
depending on how well you do, I guess.
yeah, I'm awful at the game. Um. But it's I don't know. I just
So Trials Fusion, good or bad? Yes or no? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I honestly uh I honestly would probably say that if you like the other Trials games, you will
Go for it.
yeah, like it's worth it if you're a fan of the Trials games, but
If not, you might be better off getting a previous version.
yeah, get like Evolution's just so much better. It's just so much better. And like Trials 2, it's kind of funny because I went back to Trials 2 and Trials 2 while crazy difficult um is it's just not it like you can see how much they did improve.
Hmm.
So,
If not, you always have Joe Danger and Excite Bike.
I guess yeah. Yeah. Or I
If you
can just go back to Conception because that review's coming out this week.
if you ever play, and well, no one is going to say yes to this, but I might be the only one. But I actually played Excite Bike World Rally, which was a WiiWare only game where it was basically the original Excite Bike, but a little bit spruced up graphics with online mode and like time trials and stuff. It wasn't anything like special or great, but it was basically kind of like what Excite Bike was always missing, which is here the great trials, emphasis on fastest times and high scores and things like that, and that was kind of introduced for the first time. If you played Excite Bike World Rally on WiiWare, so and you actually have to play if you are interested in that. You got to download it like now because all the original Wii server games are being shut down.
Really?
I think it's like the end of this month or something. Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
No.
Oh yeah, like because GameSpy is like shutting down like a bunch of their servers, and pretty much every original DS game and original Wii game that had online capabilities for, so like Mario Kart Wii and Mario Kart DS. Those are maybe like the original like Pokemon games, things like that. They're all being shut down. I'm gonna look that up. I think it's May. I think it's this. I posted a news story about it a while ago, well, when Nintendo first announced it. Um, but yeah, I listed off all the Nintendo. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's in May. Pulling the plug on most online functionality for the Wii and original DS hardware on Tuesday, May 20th. This includes online play, matchmaking, leaderboards, blah blah blah. The only thing that's basically going to remain active is the Wii Shop channel and the DSi shop and then like YouTube and like Netflix and things like that. Those are going to work. But like Smash Brothers Brawl is going to be shut down. Uh,
Wow.
here I got original DS, 100 classic books, Animal Crossing, Advance Wars, Clubhouse games, Custom Robo, Diddy Kong Racing, the Dragon Quest games, Fire Emblem, Shadow Dragon, Zelda Phantom Hourglass, Mario Kart, Mario and Donkey Kong, Metroid Prime Hunters, Picross, Pokemon Black version 2, Diamond, Heart, all the Pokemon Mystery Dungeons, Soul Silver, Professor Layton, Star Fox Command, Style Savvy, Tenchu Dark Secret, Tetris DS, Mario WarioWare DIY, and then on Wii you got Animal Crossing, Battalion Wars 2, Endless Ocean 2, Excite Box, Fortune Street, Mario Kart Wii, Mario Sports, Mario Strikers, Pokemon, Sin and Punishment, Wii Music, Smash Brothers, and then WiiWare here you got Dr. Mario Online, Excite Bike, My Pokemon Ranch, and WarioWare DSi, or DIY rather. But so yeah, basically anything that's kind of worth playing online still is being shut down basically in a couple of weeks. So if you wanted to play Mario Kart online, now's the last time to get that in.
Yeah. Huh.
On a completely random side note today, there's a Kmart. Remember those stores?
I thought they
There's a
all went out of
yeah, that's what
business.
I thought. Like I thought, like why are these? So anyway, there's a Kmart kind of near work, and I was like, you know what, I'm bored. Let's just randomly go to this Kmart, see what's up. And of course, the store is doing really shitty, and like no one even like fucking works there anymore. And I just go to the electronics section to see what kind of like games they got in clearance and stuff. And they had a PlayStation Vita 4 gig memory card on clearance for $4. So I'm like, well, I might get a Vita someday for $4. Why the fuck not? So I bought a Vita memory card, and then I bought on PSP Fat Princess for $5.
Huh.
So they're clearancing off. They had a bunch of other shit on clearance, like bad Connect games and original DS games still. And so if you have a Kmart by you, maybe just check it out, because I mean the store is a piece of shit, but you can actually get some cheap games
A
if you
Vita
look for it.
memory card you said was dirt
Yeah,
cheap?
yeah. PlayStation Vita memory card, four gigs, 4 bucks. Now, granted, 4 gigs isn't going to get you shit. You can put like one game on there, but for $4, it's like at least if I buy a Vita, I have a memory card
Well,
to
the
just
new Vita
save.
just came out.
Yeah, the new Vita just came out. Exactly. Yeah,
It was actually, I'm probably going to get that.
yeah. It's like $200. Uh, they made the God of War uh, uh, Ultimate Collection or whatever they call it. They released that on Vita, which is something to get if you haven't played the God of War games.
It,
So for $4, why not?
yeah.
Because normally it's like a $20 card.
Yeah, those are dumb, still dumb expense. Like, it's kind of
Well,
funny because, like, all of the reviews I've read are like, yeah, the new Vita's great. I wish it didn't have the stupid Sony proprietary bullshit.
Yeah, that's exactly why they. I mean, look at the PSP. It had the stupid Memory Stick Pro Duo, which only Sony it was Sony and SanDisk because they just licensed it to SanDisk. So it's like if you wanted to save anything, yeah, you got to buy the Sony memory card where they make 50% profit on it. I mean, Sony, those bastards. Like I totally understand why they do it. They want to make money and stuff, but at the
But
same
like,
time,
yeah, and the money, yeah,
it's like fuck, just give me an SD card, man. Come on. When the Vita first came out, it was what $300, and then if you actually wanted a like a 32 gig card, that was another $80 or $90 or something like that.
really.
Yeah, so I mean the memory cards and stuff are really expensive. They still are, but they have come down in price, but they're still.
I had a camera at the time that took the same thing.
Oh yeah, because Sony wants you to buy everything Sony. So yeah, if you buy a
Yeah.
Sony camera, you got to buy the Sony memory card.
So I got like really lucky because it was just like I was going on a trip to Europe at the time, and it was just like, well, I'm gonna need like a really big memory card, so
Yeah,
32 gigs, I guess.
you got to bite the bullet.
Yeah, and it was like after that, it was just like I was like, yeah, it was great to have this huge thing, but kind of can just use this for whatever.
I when I first bought my PSP, it came with a man. I think it was a 32 megabyte card.
Really.
Yeah, and then I remember like there was a 2 gig card at the time, which was like $150, and then over time, I was able to find one for like $20. But I think I still have somewhere my 32 meg because at the time, PSN didn't really, didn't exist, so you couldn't download games. It was just basically for saves. Everything was still on UMD, but uh, it's just kind of funny to see how far we've come in just a few years if you think about it.
Damn it. All right. I think that's good for tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
All
It's
right.
a good showcasing of Trials Fusion here by Ubisoft.
Yeah. So this week I'm Dan Gillman.
I'm Zach Gazrowski. You can follow me at Zach Gaz on Twitter. Of course, check out mygamer.com. You can check out my personal blog at squallsnake.com. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll,
You can
we'll
follow
we'll be
me
here
at
next week,
Gillman. You can follow me on varms.net, my personal site, and of course mygamer.com.
and we'll be back next week streaming something else
Yeah.
next
So
Wednesday.
until then, I guess we'll see y'all later.
Game on.
All right. Cool.
Cool.
And I'll see how that came out in post and everything like that.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a chop in the middle there. It cut out for a second. I don't know how that would affect anything, but
Yeah, I'll look into it.
either way, it was 75% of the way in, which no one's probably going to watch anyway.
Yeah. We can just tell Ubisoft, like, yeah, no, it's up.
It's posted. Yeah, they're not going to even watch it.
All right. Cool. All
All
right.
right, all right. Let's see you later then.
All right. Laters.
All right, see ya.